People who jog on the roads in the dark, wearing dark clothing and no lights or reflectors are a unique combination of a person who cares about their health and well-being and doesn't care about their health and well-being. Ninja training. All the kids near me dress in full black, like a uniform. And they shoot out into the road on scooters and bicycles. Only a matter of time before someone gets hit by a car. There is a guy in my town. I call him Dog Runner. Only see him after 10 p.m. He runs down a road with a 45-mile-per-hour speed limit. No lights on the road, no lights on the guy, no reflective anything. His dog is with him every time. He is running with his dog. His form is flailing, as though he is running from something. I've seen him like 10 times over the last few years. Same road. Same exact thing every time, running flailing like he is being chased, with his dog. My town has a rails trail, walking paths, lighted sidewalks through town. Nope. Dog Runner runs in pure dark, no lights. I'm 90% sure you are seeing a ghost. I have a similar story, the only difference is I see the woman almost every day. Walks along a 40-mile-per-hour back road with her dog, side of the road, black clothes and nothing reflective. It doesn't matter what time of the day it is, she's always out there. I live up in the north, so it's a little bit colder and there's ice everywhere this time of year. I never find her until it's too late to be able to stop safely. It almost turned into a game. I would see her at 4 a.m., 7 p.m., 10 p.m. It didn't matter. It's like she timed it perfectly. It gave me a mini heart attack so often that I had eventually switched routes. They're the live fast, die young, and leave a good-looking corpse type. After being hit by a car, way less good-looking. What about people who wear bright-colored clothes and browse Reddit all day? I laughed at this until I realized I'm wearing a big bright neon yellow-green jacket. I'm the type to wear a lot of black and darker clothes in general. At work, gym, wedding, funeral, Chuck E. Cheese, black. Running and cycling? I'm a neon goddamn billboard because I don't trust a single motherfucking idiot on the road. My dad and my dog got hit in a crosswalk a few years back. They're okay. The woman who hit them said she didn't see them. My dad is 6 feet 2 inches and was wearing a fluorescent orange raincoat, and my dog is a 75-pound German Shepherd mix who was in a neon green mesh harness vest. Maybe you just need the serotonin but still wish it will be over soon. Passive suicide. Someone on Reddit a while back said, I would never take a knife or gun and kill myself, but if I was driving down the highway and saw an oncoming car in the way, I might not get out of the way either. I knew someone like that. Operative word being knew. He was hit and killed by a car while jogging in the pre-dawn hours in a very rural area. He wasn't one with the shadows. Truck driver from Scandinavia here. Couple of years ago I drove a route in the middle of the night in November rain. A narrow stretch of straight highway with no shoulder. I was driving 80 kilometers per hour and I noticed something black moving on the side of the road about 20 meters before I passed it. When it was about 3 meters in front of me, I realized it was a bicyclist wearing all black, on a bike with no reflectors. I only saw it because when I saw it from the side, so I must have been really close. And I only figured out what I saw after I passed him. I had to check the news after work to make sure I didn't kill no one. You can't even feel it if you slightly hit someone on a bicycle. And at 80 kilometers per hour, I'm traveling more than 20 meters per second, so I had less than a second to see, understand what I saw and react accordingly. Knowing the local legislation and waiting times, it could have been years of waiting for a manslaughter verdict if I had driven slightly more to the right that exact moment. I was literally just telling my boyfriend he needed to wear brighter clothes for his jog last night. Thank you for putting into words what I couldn't get across to him. I showed him this post and he laughed. Not just brighter, reflective. Even those very thin reflective strips in some clothing are way more visible than your bright clothing. Not everyone who goes running is doing it for their health though, right? I know a dude who had a recent breakup and is submitting a picture of his travel route he is running every day. I think that guy is hanging on by a shoestring. I know a guy with a wife and 3 daughters. He ran to get out of the house. The dude ended up running a marathon. So he is running for his mental health? Yep. I'm depressed AF and running helps with this a bit. I don't care about my physical health at all. If someone would run me over well enough to kill me quickly, that'd be greatly appreciated, since I'm apparently too much of a coward to do it myself. It's win-win for me. We were driving on a busy road, and a biker was sharing our lane in all black clothes with no lights and no reflectors. We gasped when we noticed him. He was so close. When we stopped at a light, he pulled alongside and I said, "Sir, you are incredibly hard to see." He said, "That's the idea," and pedaled away. Sometimes you want to blend in the dark. They'll get blended into the road. As someone who jogs at night in dark clothes on the street, I've never read a more accurate description about myself. Saw a person one car ahead of me get hit this way. He ended up dying. It was 4 a.m. Why would you wear all black and run against traffic while around the inside of a blind turn? Needless to say, it was really sad and I was traumatized from helping. That was quite the Halloween. Going against traffic is generally smart, since you can see traffic coming your way. In a blind turn, however, I'd probably just slow down to a walk and get as far from the road as possible. This will be buried, but during my extreme running days I purposely chose to run after dark or before sunrise, on the sidewalk only. This was because I had a paranoia that I could easily get snatched by anyone. And the thought process for running under the shade of dark was, well, oncoming cars can see me until the last moment, so if they were going to snatch my dumb ass up today, they'd have to make a U-turn and that'd buy me some time. As for people who run on the road or bike lanes, they welcome the sweet embrace of death. Dude crossing the street in 55 miles per hour zone earlier tonight almost got hit by the car maybe 7 car lengths in front of me in the right lane. Decides to stop in my lane to scream at the car, forcing me to slam on my brakes. Apparently he thought having his phone screen on and pointed at the ground was enough light on the street in the woods with one light. Well, especially when they don't pay attention to their surroundings, that is traffic. Good pedestrians already assume they're not going to be spotted by drivers. We hear a lot about bad drivers. But holy shit, like 98% of pedestrians are bad pedestrians. If you have literally any driving experience, you should know exactly what to be aware of to be a smarter pedestrian. If you have literally any driving experience, you should know exactly what to be aware of to be a smarter pedestrian. This is what I don't get. Do the folks wearing all black and jogging not drive at some point in their life and come across a pedestrian in the dark who is hard to see? Amen. I live in a college town, and every day I see people with headphones just walking across streets without looking at all. I have had to slam my brakes so many times because of these jackasses walking out in front of me. My old roommate has been hit 3 times by cars. Not exaggerating, 3 times, and I think they were all mostly his fault. I run, bike, skate, or walk pretty much every day of my life. I cover more miles on foot a week than many people do a year, run marathons and generally enjoy walking to work and I have never been hit by a car. I try to wear bright colors reflective gear when I can, but I wear black to work, so if I'm commuting I'm usually in all black. I also assume no cars see me and everyone is out to kill me. I actively pay attention to my surroundings. I'll take the long way to avoid dangerous crossing areas or blind spots. Even doing all of this, I have still had to literally jump out of the way of cars that absolutely would have hit me if I wasn't paying close attention. Every person in every form of transportation has a responsibility to look out for themselves and other people. Most accidents can be completely avoided.